So, Kathryn, hello.
Hello.
Really looking forward to your set later. I just noticed that you got your recent new album that you brought out on your Core Records, Crown Electric. Is that right? Is that the most recent one?
Yeah, it's signed to One Little Indian, which is Bjork and Sinead O'Connor and that. I've been on them for 4 albums, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. How did the album come together?
Well, I wrote some songs. It's album number 10. I had about 40, 60 songs, and then had a process of choosing the best 30, and then whittled it down again, which was painful, to 20, and then took those in the studio with an amazing band, Luke Flowers from Cinematic Orchestra, John Thorne from the band Lamb, Neil McCall, who's, hero. And yeah, we went in and we recorded it all live, no more than 3 takes, and just did it old school.
Cool. You got quite an impressive back catalogue, I noticed. Quite a lot of albums over the last sort of decade.
Yeah, well, I don't really have much of a social life, so I've got to do something.
Well, yeah, that's true. There's been quite a big rise in kind of new independent record labels over the last few years. Do you have any advice for any artists who are thinking of starting one like you have and going down that road?
Well, it's changed so much. I mean, when I started Core Records, that was like 14 years ago, and there wasn't anyone doing that. It was before MySpace, it was before Facebook, before all of the online stuff. So there was only me and Belle and Sebastian doing it, really. And then I signed to a major when the Mercury Prize happened, and then now I'm on an indie. But I'm on an indie because I've got kids, so I haven't got time to do music and business. It takes up a lot of your time, but if you can do it and you can get the exposure, you get a lot more money per unit. That's the boring bit.
Well, yeah, but it's a.
But you can do it, and if you want to get your music out there and no one wants to put it out, it's relatively easy to do it, and there's less and less physical, like CDs and vinyl and stuff. So downloads and streaming is a good way to go. You don't have to have a big warehouse to store all your music.
Definitely. And do you think that smaller festivals like Village Green are a good deal for both artists and local audiences, in that I suppose you can get your music to local audiences that maybe wouldn't venture out and pay for a ticket to go to a local music venue, or perhaps wouldn't maybe trawl through the internet to find new artists?
I love these sort of venues. I mean, I've done all the Glastonbury's and the Big Chills and all of those sort of festivals. I'm doing WOMAD in a couple of weeks. The great thing about this as an artist is getting on and off site isn't a pain in the butt, because it can take hours, trying to drive your car through mud and crowds. And there's so much in those big festivals that people are sort of spoilt for choice, and I think people will go for what they know rather than discover something they've not heard before.
I suppose
and it's great for this, because people will just be sitting down having a beer and they'll maybe come to a show of mine that they would never have come before. I love these sort of places.
Oh, brilliant. So what have you got planned for the second half of 2014?
I am finishing off my album number 11.
Nice.
I'm writing with a lot of pop stars who I can't name because they're so posh and big names that they don't want anyone to mention them.
Okay.
And being a mum, trying to find another excuse to not leave the house, stuff like that.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I wish you all the best for your gig. I'll be coming and filming some of that later, and really looking forward to it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Cheers.
Even if we're just